What's up, you guys? I'm Dan. This is Frugal Not Cheap. Today we'll review the Thai Airways Platinum Card from American Express. So recently I compared the US versions of the American Express Platinum Card to the Thai version of the American Express Platinum Card. Today is a different card. It's a little bit confusing. It is the Thai American Express Platinum, but with Thai all in capital letters. This is the Thai Airways version of the American Express Platinum Card. And it does represent a very different proposition. With both the American Express Platinum Card, which has a $700 annual fee, and the Thai version of the American Express Platinum Card having an even higher annual fee at around $1,100 or so. This Thai Airways card with an annual fee of only 4,280 baht, including VAT, it's a lot easier to make that up in value with the various benefits. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll jump into it and see if this card makes sense. Now, before we go any further though, I did see one website that was saying that US citizens wouldn't be eligible for this card, and I'm not sure if that applies to the sort of Thai version of the regular American Express Platinum as well. I looked in the terms and conditions and I couldn't find the word citizen anywhere in them. I also looked all over the actual website as well. So I don't see anything about that, but let us know. If you know something, let us know in the comments. So at an exchange rate of 34.3 baht to the dollar, that's what we've got right now, 34.29. That 4,280 baht translates to $125. So that's the annual fee that we need to make up for in terms of benefits. And of course, $125 is going to be a lot easier to make up than $1,100. Now, the one thing that makes this a little bit difficult, though, is there are really sort of two things that you earn using this card. For each 25 baht that you spend, and again, it's about 34.3 baht to the dollar at the moment, for every 25 baht that you spend, you get 1.5 points. Now, these are sort of the American Express points, and every 1.8 of those points then becomes a Royal Orchid Plus mile. So to make things simple, I'm going to do everything in terms of Royal Orchid Plus miles. These are, of course, the Thai Airways mileage points. But there is a way to redeem the regular Amex points that you earn. That's going to be a subset of all the different points that we can earn that we'll talk about. But those ones can be redeemed at the rate of 500 baht for every 3,000 points. Of course, depending on how you redeem these, the valuations could be drastically different. So if you do partner things, Thai Airways is a member of the Star Alliance, so there are a number of different different airlines that you could fly using these miles. And then also, if you're someone that likes to use the miles to fly either first or business class, then that's going to make a difference as well in terms of the valuation. For me, just to make things simple, because this is going to be kind of like my particular use case, I booked a flight recently on Thai Airways from Osaka, Japan, Kansai International Airport to Suvarnabhumi, sort of the main airport now in Bangkok, not the old Dunmuang. Anyway, it cost me $350 to book that flight, and to book a flight to Japan using points would be 22,500 miles. So that's the number of Royal Orchid Plus miles, and so I'm kind of basing everything off of that, with 22,500 miles being worth about $350. So that's kind of how all the math is, and you can download a copy of the spreadsheet, of course. Just use the resources link in the description, and you'll be able to pump in your own numbers as well, see if this card is going to make sense for you. But again, it's a little bit convoluted with the math, so it's not as user-friendly as normally the sheet is, so sorry about that. But hopefully at least it is a starting point for you. In any case, again, for every 25 baht that I spend, I'll be able to realize 1.5 Amex points, and 1.8 of those will make a Royal Orchid Plus mile. So given my particular non-rent spend, which is probably, realistically what I can spend on the Amex is about $12,500 a year. Just remains to be seen, because Amex use is really not that widely accepted in Thailand, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm being kind of generous to Amex in this scenario. But anyway, having done all the math, it comes out to be about $115. Then we do get, though, a 50% bonus on our spend after the first 100,000 baht, so not on that part, but for the next 400,000 baht, that brings our spend from 100,000 to 500,000 baht, we get a 50% bonus bonus on those, which is worth about $38. So already right there, even actually with the first, amount of Royal Orchid Plus miles that we're earning, at least based on my relatively low spend actually, the annual fee is being made up for, and with this 50% bonus being more than made up for sure. Then if you use the Thai American Express card in order to book Thai Airways flights, you also get 2x miles on those. So that'll be worth an additional $13. Not huge, but it is helping to improve the overall math. The next one is going to be much more important for you kind of like high spenders. So if you do purchase tickets from Thai Airways in their first class or their silk class, you'll get another 50% bonus on your points, and so that would be very great for you. But for me, I'll be flying economy, and so that won't be worth anything. The next benefit is that we can earn up to 75,000 bonus miles per membership year. And again, this is going to be more benefit to those of you that have a high spend, because the way it works is you get 15,000 Royal Orchid Plus miles for every 1 million baht that you spend. This does cap out at 5 million baht of spending, or that 75,000 points. Sorry if I keep confusing points and miles, just anyway, kind of the same thing really, but technically these are Royal Orchid Plus miles that we're talking about here. Now, I won't be spending 5 million baht a year on non-rent spending, so nothing like that. But still, I think I would spend at least 1 million baht on the card. That would be worth an additional 15,000 Royal Orchid Plus miles. And again, with 22,500 needed to get a $350 ticket, then that's worth about $233. The next item is the kind of item that I like, is that at least in the current year, after spending 100,000 baht, which wouldn't be too hard to do, then you do get 2 vouchers to the Miracle Lounge at Suvarnabhumi Airport. Oh, it's also good at Don Mueang as well. So that's pretty cool in case you're flying domestically. In any case, I tend to value just kind of the food and the relaxation and all that stuff for one of the visits at about $50. So with 2 vouchers, I'll value that at $100. The Thai Airways American Express Platinum card also provides dining privileges at a number of hotels. That's kind of odd, but yeah, it's at the restaurants at these hotels, such as like the Conrad or the Mandarin Oriental, Okra Prestige, Siam Hotel, and others. There is one in Chiang Mai as well. But anyway, you get some discounts and little perks like that. But this isn't something that I'm going to be doing often. I might do a little bit of sightseeing within the country, so going to Chiang Mai, it might be worthwhile, but in general, it's just not going to be worth anything for me. And finally, we have some travel insurance benefits. This covers accidental death and certain serious physical injuries while you're on the actual commercial aircraft or other public conveyances though, so it's relatively limited. You do though also get insurance that provides some compensation for misconnections or lost or delayed baggage as well, so this is worth something. I'm probably being a little bit too generous here, but I valued it at $50, just as kind of an average over the number of trips that I might take throughout a year. So in total, we have benefits at about $550, which easily outweigh the annual fee. Again, that fee was about $125. So net of fees, I'm looking at about $430 in value, and I have, counted all of these at 100%. You can also, in the spreadsheet, add in like a reduced valuation for any of these benefits that don't make as much sense for you, and the math will come out a little bit different. So it does look like this card could definitely make some sense, and I'm going to look into applying for it before I move over there. Especially to take advantage of any kind of welcome offers. But again, I am a bit skeptical about, how useful it's actually going to be once I'm there, because acceptance for American Express is quite low. And, again, you're really relegated to using it only at sort of like the majors and, more upscale establishments and that kind of a thing. I'm not going to be able to use it in my taxi cab and, I certainly can't pay my rent with it. And so it's going to be a little bit more complicated to see whether I can really get value out of that card or not, but it is something to consider. Anyway, it's definitely an intriguing credit card and looks like a pretty good value proposition. Do any of you out there have this card? Let us know how it's working out for you in the comments. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.